Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't have to, and today we are talking about Palantir's PLTR stock to determine if the PLTR stock could make you a millionaire. Then we're going to go on and talk about how Palantir is set to unveil new products in regards to their Apollo platform, and there will be an event called Apollo Demo Day, which is going to take place on April 27th, so this should act as a fantastic catalyst for the PLTR stock. Then we're going to talk about how Palantir has extended their long-standing relationship with the CDC, which is more good news regarding Palantir Technologies as a company. After this, we're going to discuss the newest price targets among analysts, in which a 5-star analyst named Brian White initiated coverage on the PLTR stock and said it was a fantastic buy rating. Then lastly, we're going to talk about how the PLTR stock price could surge by around 60% according to professionals, and then we're going to compare this very bullish price target to other price targets among analysts. So for more videos on Palantir Technologies, or for more news updates, remember to go and smash that like button right now, subscribe if you are new, comment down below your thoughts about Palantir Technologies, and if you think this stock could make you a millionaire. And without further ado, let's jump right into today's stories. So to start off, right now the PLTR stock hovers at around $12 per share. So we're going to say that you have bought 1,000 PLTR shares on your way to becoming a Palantir millionaire. So that would cost you around $12,000, and then we're also going to say that you're going to buy $1,000 of Palantir Technologies each month. Now, for the first year, I actually want to say that because very bullish analysts think that the stock price, particularly the PLTR stock price, is going to surge by around 60% in the next 12 months, we're going to do the time in years as 1 year, which is 12 months. Then we're going to do the estimated interest rate, which is going to be the growth rate of the stock at 60, and then we're going to have zero variance on this particular calculation. So after one single year of doing this, your investment is going to be worth around $31,000, which is actually pretty good. So $31,200. So now we're going to change the initial investment to $31,200, which we just calculated. So $31,200, we're going to keep the monthly contribution the same. However, the length in years is going to still be 1 year, and then this is going to drastically lower to a 30% CAGR for their overall PLTR stock growth rate to match their CAGR, or compounding annual growth rate, for their revenues. However, normally the revenue increase, which is supposed to be 30% from now until 2025, is not the same as the stock price increasing by that same type of compounding annual growth rate. But we are going to say that it's going to happen for at least 1 year, and of course the variance is going to be 0. We're going to press calculate, and that is going to give us $52,560. So we go back up here. So we're going to type in $52,560. We're going to keep our monthly contribution of buying $1,000 worth of Palantir Technologies the exact same, and then from here we're actually going to do a 15-year time horizon with the estimated interest rate at a very conservative CAGR of only 15%, because as time goes on, their compounding annual growth rate is supposed to start teetering off, because it's going to be harder and harder for them to grow on a percentage basis year over year. And of course, we're going to keep our variance range at 0. So when I press calculate, this should give us a really good outlook on how we could become a Palantir millionaire. So it's going to take in total around 17 years, 2 years for our initial investment, because in the first 2 years the stock is supposed to grow at a 60% CAGR and then a 30% CAGR after that, and then from then on it's going to have a very conservative growth rate of around 15%. Now remember, this is a conservative calculation, so in total it's going to take you around 17 years to get to that $1 million mark. Now that we have this figured out, I do want to focus on the Palantir stock news updates that we have, and then we will talk about what professionals think of this stock and their price targets. Now what's really good is that Palantir Technologies has an upcoming catalyst, which is going to take the form of their Apollo Demo Day, which will be on Wednesday, April 27th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And this is where Palantir Technologies, which is a big data and analytics company that serves both commercial clients as well as government agencies, is going to reveal their new suite of products that's going to be available with their Palantir Apollo platform. This is going to allow organizations, according to this article, to autonomously deploy and manage complex software in production across many different environments, which is going to be fantastic news. This means that this platform and software can be utilized in things such as Humvees, drones, satellites, and many other mediums. So overall, this is a fantastic approaching catalyst for Palantir as a company, and hopefully the PLTR stock can receive some stock price appreciation after this demo day event comes. So this is a very good news update for Palantir Technologies, and we see clearly that there is an approaching catalyst, which is going to be very good news in general. So I am excited, and I will report on that once it happens. We also have another news update regarding Palantir extending their long-term relationship with the CDC, and this means that Palantir is further integrating and networking themselves into the CDC. Specifically, they are focused on working with the CDC under a particular program called the Decipher program, which actually stands for Data Collection and Integration for Public Health Event Response Program. But it's much easier just to call this the Decipher program. So, if you didn't know, Palantir Technologies has had a fantastic relationship with the CDC and other health organizations, and they have been working hand in hand with the CDC for literally over a decade. Palantir mainly benefits the CDC by using their Foundry platform to support very time-sensitive data management, integration, and data analysis for the company. Even the Chief Medical Officer for USG at Palantir Technologies says that we are honored to continue and expand our long-standing partnership with CDC in support of public health surveillance and outbreak response. They go on to say that beyond COVID, by incorporating innovative genomic workflows in traditional public health surveillance, CDC is building upon its foundational investments in a modernized technology infrastructure, end quote. So overall, this is a fantastic catalyst for Palantir Technologies, and it also shows how valuable Palantir Technologies software and technology is for the CDC, because the CDC has used Palantir for over an entire decade. So clearly their technology works. This is not a meme stock. This technology has been proven. So this is a fantastic update regarding Palantir's technology and how trusted they are by the CDC. Palantir's Foundry platform is probably my favorite platform and technology that they currently have, and or that they currently offer, because this technology allows organizations to make data-driven decisions by interpreting data from various sources. The Foundry platform has been integrated and used in the National Institutes of Health, the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the FDA, which is the Food and Drug Administration. However, with that being said, I still think that their commercial segment is going to be the thing that will eventually surpass the amount of revenues that they are making from their long-standing government relationships, and I believe that their commercial segment will end up taking the company profitable either in the year of 2024 or 2025. And this same type of thinking is actually echoed by analysts recently, particularly an analyst that we have reported on at least 2 times, which is Brian White, who has given Palantir's PLTR stock a $20 price target and a buy rating, which is absolutely phenomenal. And because Palantir's technology is going to be integral for various commercial clients as well as government agencies in the future, because data, as we've talked about, is the new oil, Palantir has a fantastic total addressable market and a great growth trajectory ahead of them if you plan to hold this company long term. However, if you don't plan to hold this company long term, then this company is probably not for you, and you would be better off investing into this company later once this company actually achieves profitability. So that is something to think about as well. I also want to remind you not to overexpose yourself to any one company, including Palantir Technologies. Even though I am very bullish on Palantir Technologies, I still practice very good risk management by not overexposing myself over 5% portfolio allocation to a single company. Now, with that being said, Wall Street is slowly changing their tune about the PLTR stock, because at first Wall Street analysts were extremely negative and bearish concerning the PLTR stock and Palantir Technologies in general. However, we have started to see some analysts change their mind about this stock. And what do we mean by this? Well, like we said earlier, a 5-star analyst who gave this company a $20 price target, which is Brian White, said that Palantir has built out a strong presence across a broad scope of government organizations based in liberal democracies and demonstrated success with commercial organizations. At a time when society and government organizations around the world question the modus operandi and values of big tech, Palantir has taken a path less followed relative to its tech brethren. End quote. So overall, this is very good news, because this means that Palantir is a trailblazer and they have no direct competition. However, they do have indirect competition. The PLTR stock has made investors question their overall thesis for Palantir, because the PLTR stock has dropped around 30% since the start of 2022, and this is not filling investors with much confidence. However, I am still confident about the PLTR stock over the long term, because I think that the current macroeconomic factors are weighing weighing down heavily on Palantir stock, which is why we see this giant downtrend. However, recently, analysts have thought that the company actually double bottomed right here, and then since then is actually increasing in price, which they would be right. If we do some very light technical analysis on the PLTR stock, particularly referring to the wedge between their 20 and 50-day simple moving averages, we can see that their support level is defined at around $10.43. So ideally, we would not want the PLTR stock to drop below $10.43, but on the opposite side, we do want them to break their resistance level, which currently sits at around $14.64. And if they break that resistance level, that means this new resistance level will become their new support level, and that would be fantastic for the overall PLTR stock, and it would be fantastic news for investors. Like we said earlier, analysts are currently split on what to think about Palantir Technologies, which is why the average consensus among professionals is just to hold this company for the long term, or at least until the company becomes profitable. Over the next 12 months, we see that the average analyst price target for the company, according to Wall Street, is $14.44, which would still give investors around a 12% upside for the next 12 months. However, the more bullish analysts that have a $21 price target for the company sees more than a 60% upside potential when we invest into the PLTR stock, and this is overall fantastic news. If we look over at the stock price chart, we can actually see that analysts either anticipate that the stock is going to drop as low as $9, so this would be the bearish analyst price prediction. The average price prediction is $14.44, and the most bullish price target among Wall Street professionals is $21. Currently, the company has 3 buy ratings among professionals, 4 hold ratings among analysts, and 2 sell ratings among bearish reporters. This would mean out of 9 total analysts, the majority of them say to just hold the company overall, and I think that this actually could be a good strategy until the company becomes profitable. So with that being said, for more videos like this one, remember to go and smash that like button right now, subscribe if you are new, comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next YT video.